You know, sometimes I feel like the old grandpa that just gets like moved into the TV room like during holidays and like just sits there and like talks to themselves. And then like once every like 10-15 minutes someone comes in and they're like, "Oh, hey grandpa, how are you doing?" And you're like, "Hey, I'm the," and then you're already walking out the room. You know what I'm talking about. Hey everybody, today we're going to be taking a tour of my From the Mines, New Jersey location, and I want to just show you some really amazing statement pieces that we have in, along with some other cool stuff, so let's go. First stop are these amazing crystal skulls that I have. They're hand carved in our factory. One is crystal quartz and one is rose quartz. I have had them actually for a little bit of a while because usually someone wants to buy one or the other, but I really feel like they are a soulmate pair situation, and so I've had a really hard time separating them, but I could have sold one and the other on their own, but then they wouldn't be together anymore, and that would make me actually really sad. Oh, I didn't think you could see me there. This is pretty much a row of larger cathedrals, amethyst geodes. Some of them are amethyst, some of them are heat treated, thus turning them into a trade name of citrine. You may want to call it citrine, you may not, that's totally up to you. I'm leaving it out on the table because I don't want that smoke. So yeah, let's keep going. We have now come into a very mystical part of the warehouse, the Petrified forest. So here you're going to see very large specimens of petrified wood from Indonesia. Now these were imported many, many years ago, during a time when there were actually a lot of red flags around importing wood, petrified or not, from different countries. But here we have, some of them are polished and a little carved. Here we have the Herculina, weighing in at 2,000 pounds. This beauty has recently undergone some treatment, and so we can see now that she is no longer an amethyst, but a heat-treated amethyst known as citrine. While we might want to not call her natural citrine, she does prefer the term citrine, and so since we respect Herculina, we're going to call her citrine. You don't want to get her upset. Trust me. And as we make our way out of Geode Alley, we come across another beauty. This rose quartz weighs in at around 1,200 pounds. Here at From the Mines, we really pride ourselves on diversification. So what you can find here for all of our clients coming in-house are materials from over 55 different countries, all directly sourced and primarily manufactured by us in our warehouses. So let's take a look. There you are. I thought I lost you. But the great news is I didn't. And here we are at the Sphere Gallery. What we have here is an obsession more than it is an actual gallery. I am what we call a sphere junkie, meaning that I have a problem. When it comes to spheres, I can't stop. I'm going to leave you with our expert tour guide, Thomas.
All right. Let's check out what we got back here, some of the coolest stuff. The first thing is this huge kunite piece. It's massive, probably the biggest I've ever seen. Full termination on the top. The really cool thing about kunite is that it's fluorescent, so it glows under black light. Typically an orange, but sometimes you get some other colors too. And then down the line, we got a bunch of cool crystals, but one that really stands out here is this piece of tourmaline. And it goes from like a green up to a really darker green or almost black coloration. Super cool. And right next to it, we got another piece of kunite in a matrix of quartz. with a piece of morganite. Morganite and kunzite were both discovered and named around the same time in the early 1900s, so very cool stones. And another example of kunzite we got has also some green tourmaline and a bunch of quartz. Huge cluster here. This is just awesome. Can't get enough of this stuff. We got more kunzite, and we got a ton of vanadinite. And this piece in particular is really cool. Probably one of the best clusters I've ever seen. Really big, thick crystals, nice coloration. And it's real heavy too, because in its atomic matrix we get some lead. Not a danger to us in its current form, but if we ingested this, then there'd be a problem, but I'm not gonna do that. Gotta love the amber. Always find how crazy it is that it looks a lot heavier than it is, very light. But always looks like it's gonna be more. Right here, we've got some oakenite, and if you look in there, has this little sticker, you can see what I'm talking about. It's what looks like those little fuzzy, furry, like cotton balls. There's some on the back here, but those are really just fine crystals, very fine, needle-like crystals. We got something we just got in. It's petrified wood from Indonesia, and the cool thing about this petrified wood is that it was caught in the midst of the process, so there's actually still wood in here that hasn't been petrified, and you get also a druzy of crystals as the wood was going through its formation into crystal and fossilizing. Now they have a similar version of this in Germany that has a specific name. It's escaping me right now. So this wouldn't be that, but it's very, very similar, same situation. Now down at the other end of the table we got these big aquamarine crystals here, almost completely perfect crystals, really deep color blue. Hope the camera's catching that nice, but I'm sure it doesn't do justice for in person. But if you don't like the big ones, we also got a huge bag of smaller crystals here, all barrel formation, nice coloration. These ones come from Brazil, and these are really nice. Look at that.
Thank you for touring with us today at From the Mines. If you'd like to take a tour, please email us at sales@fromthemines.com to book your appointment, and I'm sure you're going to have a great time. See you soon. Tom.